Hello there, welcome to another episode of this children trading card game discussion, gate rule, man, child. You can see a plug. I didn't really close that carefully. Wonderverse time. Let's not waste any time. Let's get started. But before we do, I just want to remind you, if you want to support the channel, please use my affiliate link in the description to pick up your gate rule product. It really does help, and it's much appreciated. Let's get started with the starter deck stuff. So, we begin with Dragon of Id. So, the counter here is to salvage a dragon or beast from your graveyard and deal 1 damage to yourself. Unfortunately, it's a non-legend dragon. I believe that the beast part can be legendary. Not that we have any legendary beasts yet. Anyway, not that it really matters. It's a decent counter, but kind of negating the fact that you just, didn't take kind of sucks. It's like, I get it. Sometimes you really just want to get back some of those dragons, but also the fact that you can't get back a legend dragon kind of sucks because those are the ones you'd really want to get back. Okay, cool, your opponent can't activate counters from the damage, so yes, this can just, go ahead and win the game, but come on. Is your opponent really not gonna, they're gonna see this and they're gonna go I guess I'm gonna, deal with that one or something. I mean, come on, I just don't think this is that good. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. What I am a fan of, though, is Heavenly Kyrian. The counter untaps energy. It's a good counter. It's a 2-strike unit. That's nice. And you get to check the top 3, choose the dragon from among them, and add it to your hand as a touchdown, especially when you make this thing cost 1. It is beautiful. Very, very nice card. Very important. It is going to be a 4 of in dragon decks, like pink-yellow dragon decks, for a while, I imagine, or at least a 3 of. So, yeah, great card. Very, very solid. Another great card, and this one's definitely a 4 of, is Canhel. This is just a 2/4/0, level 0, but it reduces the cost of all your dragons by 1. Very important, 4 HP, annoying to remove. A lot of times just not worth the effort to remove. Very, very good card. Very, very good card. Very good card. And next we have got Space Raptor. So this is a 3/2/1, and you can remove it from the game, special summon 1 level 2 or lower dragon from your hand. Of course, you have to play this, which sucks, but you do just get to shit out a dragon. The downside obviously being you need like a 2-card combo. You need this and something you actually want to summon. But it is good. You can certainly save up for that combo. The major thing being that it still takes the summon cap. If this didn't take the summon cap, this thing would be nuts. Otherwise, it's just a good card. Getting something out for free and triggering these special summon things is really, really solid. So this is, a very important piece of the dragon deck. Space Cave is your new 4 of in absolutely everything ever. This card is cracked. One of the best cards in the game. Yep, and it's a starter deck card, so I never want to hear anything about Gate Ruler starter decks not having good card quality. This is literally one of the best cards in the game. This is fucking stupid. Next, we have got Butterfly Effect, another very powerful card. You get to choose a dragon on your field, bot deck it, and then choose 1 non-legend dragon at the same level from the deck and special summon it. The non-legend part sucks. Obviously makes sense, being able to just go Magvarious, and, considering the fact that you can loop the same one, this could just turn into Magvarious into Magvarious into Magvarious to just remove anything ever. This is very good. It's not a 4 of though, because the situations where you want to use it aren't always there, and it's set up reliant and all this and that, but it's like a 2 of at least at the moment, and I imagine it'll get better in time. It's just a very, very powerful card. Cosmo Carthage, I think this card sucks. Ice Flame Mineral, I think this card is ridiculous. Unfortunately, at the moment, anything that is fire or water kind of sucks. So, yeah, it's one of those. It'll get better in time, inevitably. But until such a point that it does, I'm not a massive fan of it. So that is the starter deck stuff. Onto the main set, starting off with the arguable best card in the game now. A lot of people would probably give it to this, and that is Flying Spaghetti Monster. This card is format warping, format changing, format defining. If you can play Flying Spaghetti Monster, you probably play Flying Spaghetti Monster. The only deck I can think of that it's in contention is Dragons, and that's just because you also have a ridiculous lineup of dragons that you'd want to play that take up the legend spots. So yeah, this card is nuts. Next, we've got Doom again, another absolutely ridiculous card. 5 HP makes it safe from a lot of removal, and it just gives you advantage. It's 2 strike. It's Peepoverse, which is nice for, you know, the Peepoverse stuff with like the Martian, which we'll talk about in a little bit, or the Martians. And you know, it drives 1. It just gives you advantage. It essentially like reads do 50% more this turn, which is kind of nuts. Yeah, this card is amazing. Very hard 4 of in good stuff. Pink red, like very hard 4 of. Next, we've got Grand Mesa. I love this card. All my homies hate Galak. Friendship with Galak over. Grand Mesa is now my best friend. I also think the flavor is a Jujutsu Kaisen reference, but it probably isn't. Yeah, this card is amazing. It's a 7/7/3, so it's just got vanilla quality stats, but also sometimes you can just whack a charge in and just burn 2 for game. Sometimes it's quite nice. Yeah, and it's got one of the sexiest Ubers ever. I need a playset of this in Uber. Yeah, this card is very strong. Speaking of strong cards, they just don't stop. Here we've got Creepy Adorable Core Commander Jenny Baby. This card is so good, it made Crime Naught Knight a thing. That's how good this card is. Yep, Crime Naught's still good. This card is so strong that I've seen people just drop Malevolus. They just go there, oh, I don't even care. I'm going to play the Jenny Baby focus build. And I'm like, fair enough, that is justified. Yep, this card's amazing. another incredible card. And next we've got Goddess of the Holy Grail. This is probably the weakest Wonderverse 4-star, though it's still very good. Yeah, it's obviously a little difficult to play because it costs 2. It's Pink Alice with better stats, but well, not much better. A great ability, but you know, it's going to a defensive zone, so sometimes, like a lot of the time, that ability is not really going to matter. It's a kind of conflicted card that I think we will see why it exists probably in set 3 or set 4. It feels one of those ones that we don't really get it now, but in the future it'll be like way better. Next we've got Elite Phantom Blackman. This is one of the best vanillas in the game. The fact that it's enhanced any Wonderverse is super good. So you turn this level 2 5/5/2, which is you know, very solid vanilla-esque stats, into a 6/6/3, which is some of the best goddamn stats in the game on a level 2. And you know, if you can just convert some bad card into a good card with value like that, that seems stonks to me. Yep, this card is great. Next, we've got Creepy Adorable Core Leader Beholder. This is another very powerful card, but it is only really useful in Crime Naughts, though in Crime Naughts it is nuts. Popping sets is Value Town. Card's great. Speaking of great cards, Wonderverse might just have the best card quality in the game, to be honest. Next, we've got 4 Future Men. This is a 5/3/1 level 1, so immediately those are very solid stats, but you can enhance Future Men, and if it has a Future Men, it gets Charge Shield and Double Attack, so it becomes a total monster. Yeah, this card is just outstandingly strong. Very good. Very good. Next, we've got Well of Id. This is a very powerful card, actually. 1, this makes Wonderverse Darkness work as a thing, so that's a thing. And 2, any kind of burn decks or decks that are just focused on getting value from all their counters, this is amazing, because, you know, you could do this, just, okay, let me heal 2, out, take 2. Oh, I hit a zap, cool, I just get to play that for free. Yeah, this is a very good card, very strong. Not a staple, but, you know, depending on your counter lineup, could be. Oh, here we come to our first, actually, whatever card. Cosmo Phantom Flatwoods. The Overdrive here gives it Charge Shield. It's a 5/2/1. Yeah, it's a Peepoverse. I get that it's sticky and that's nice for the Peepoverse deck, but whatever. I don't think it's particularly good. The Martians, on the other hand, is an amazing card if it ever goes off. It's a 4/5/2 level 2, so it's basically vanilla stats, just missing out on like 1 strike. But in exchange, if you have 2 Peepoverse units, you get to just wipe your opponent's board or wipe your opponent's sets. Did you know there's a lot of Peepoverse units? Oh, actually, I think it's a... I can't remember the localization. I think it's like Space Peeps or something, which is suitably ridiculous. I'm a big fan. Yeah, this card's nuts. It's super good. Like, this card is worth building around. Next, we've got Cosmo Elf Chloe. This is a Warrior Future Men. both pretty relevant traits, and it gets double attack on Overdrive for the turn. It's okay. I don't think it's particularly good. I just think, yeah, it doesn't really have a good place. Yeah, not spectacular. Charisma Wave, level 99. So the counter here is to yeet a level 0 or lower enemy unit. And the main effect is to choose a level 2 or lower enemy unit and take control of it. I'm not a massive fan of this card. Like, I get it. I get why you would want it. And I get that it kind of like, oh, well, you know, then you don't have to use your legend spot for Invasion Emperor. But Invasion Emperor will steal something valuable when you counter-check it. If you counter-check this, the odds of you stealing about something valuable are pretty low. So, I don't know. I'm not a massive fan. Next, we have got Shocking Peepo Max. Now, this I am a massive fan of. Counter is to just revive a level 1 or lower Crime Lords unit. Yeah, it puts it to an attacking zone, but you have level 1 or lower Crime Lords units that will interact with your opponent's board in some way, so that's fine. And if you just happen to get it normally, you can special summon a level 2 or lower Crime Lords unit, which means you special summon a Jenny Baby, and special summon a level 1 or lower unit, so this card just makes you a whole board for free. Yeah, this card is amazing. 7 trump cards, bit naff. The odds of you actually having 3 or less life and being able to use this are kind of low. Insanium Machine, this was a promo print previously. It's Eraser and a Robo, 4/3/1, but the Overdrive, choose an enemy unit and move it to an empty zone. That's quite nice, actually. I feel like this is a really solid like utility sideboardy kind of card, or meta-dependent card, because if you ever start seeing just loads of annoying shit in like defensive, like, for example, Flying Spaghetti Monster is kind of everywhere. I could see a reasonable justification for playing this, just whenever you see a Flying Spaghetti Monster going, okay, move it out. And now I get to smash face. But yeah, I mean, it is Overdrive, so you don't get to control when you get to use it, which is obviously the downside. Next, we've got Cosmo Tutankhamun. This is a level 5/4/3, so vanilla stats. The counter uses the Overdrive, and the Overdrive is if you have Cosmo Sphinx, Space Skeleton, and Galaxy Ethan more men in your damage zone, you choose one of them and special summon it. So it's very powerful. It's so good that like actually playing those kind of bad cards is worth it in this deck. I've seen it used. It's also a Peepoverse, so this is the kind of thing you use with the Peepoverse deck. And it works. The Peepoverse deck is surprisingly good. I would recommend giving it a go if you want to try something new. It's very strong. Next, you've got Gentle Shark. This is just a vanilla Crime Naught. It's also a beast, but this is very good. Level 1 Crime Naught. Lots of synergies there. Killmonger Unicorn, again, Crime Naught synergies. You get to pop level 0 enemy units when it enters the field, so it's great a lot of the time. It's also 5 attack, so it's good clearing power. Very, very solid. Next, we've got Space Skeleton, Future Men, and Peepoverse, so good attributes there. And it's got a 5/2/2 stat line, so that's pretty good. Next, we got Space Mist Oiwa. This card is amazing. It's a Peepoverse. It's a Future Man. When it enters the field, you deal 1 to yourself, but when it leaves, you heal 1. So, like, that's just generally quite good because it's sort of extra chances to heal, really, because it's a wash, but you might hit a counter on the damage you take. And it's a 0/5/0. So, like, yeah, it's open card, but it's a 0/5/0. Yeah. Very strong card. Very strong card. You see this everywhere. Next, we've got Horrorcore Normal Soldier. This is just like a level 0 version of Sumerian, basically. You play it because Crime Naught. Martian Orc. This is a solid card. Warrior and Beast, so good attributes there. It's a 2-strike level 0. There's usually ways to justify playing those. At the moment, it's obviously difficult to fit in because there's so much value, but I could definitely see this like being a random staple due to the warrior trait in some sort of future deck. Next, we've got Buster Beam. I don't think this card is particularly good, to be honest. Like, I get it, but there has to be an enemy unit in defensive, and, you know, if there isn't, kind of sucks, but it is a firepower. It's also a level 2 firepower card, so it's not like you can salvage it with the firepower support, but it's okay. It's fine. I don't think it's that good. Hit and run Comet Attack again. I also think it's fine. The problem is it's a really restricted use timing. Like, you have to use it the second your opponent's life becomes 2 or less, not whenever it's 2 or less. So, you know, yeah, again, it's just one of those where it's kind of like, whatever. Is it really worth the space here? I'm just saying I'd rather find the space for a Mesa. Next, we have got Akudamon Cross Blaster. This is a really nice card in the firepower deck, just because it deals damage, 3 damage for 1, doesn't have counter or anything. It's Crime Lords, which is cool. But yeah, it's just a solid piece of removal. Nirvana, a really interesting card. Kind of slept on, but very powerful. Moving everything around can totally screw with your opponent's board, and the opponent's like however they're planning on doing anything. So I think like I'm not seeing this see much play, but in my testing it's been pretty strong. So I think like people should pay more attention to this because it's really solid. Next, we have got Super Very Bad. This is basically one of the only rock, paper, scissors cards I've ever seen in any card game that's quite good, because even if you lose, it does something valuable. If you lose, it's just a flying shield for you. If you win, it's a ether field that burns your opponent for 1. But yeah, play this. This card's amazing. And finally, Utter Disappointment. This is a worse version of Haunting, but a better version of Haunting, because it's a level -2. It still takes up a counter spot, but the counter just discards itself, and so you're not taking extra damage when you see it. So it's an option. It's an option. It's nice to have. Stable and Highlander though. And there we go. That is it for the Wonderverse review. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel for more Gate Ruler content. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you shocked that Wonderverse continues to get ridiculous cards? I'm not. It was my personal favourite faction from the second I saw the art style, so I'm pretty gassed. But yeah, again, if you want to help support the channel, pick up Gate Ruler product using my affiliate link, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.